Hello everyone, welcome back to Capitalia. Last time we got things closer, much closer, but we still got a missing piece that's not quite working yet. Post 8080, browse countries, and we get something. This we were, I thought. Oh, nope, this is where we ended, yeah. Cannot read property name of null. So, we need to figure out why. And, again, it's not like we can just go look at documentation. So, we have... So, the reason that we're getting that, property name of null. So it's not that name is null. It's name of null. So what is name on? Name is on countries. So like this dot name right here. So I think what I need to do is I need to open in WebStorm the other project, the one that we're kind of like using as a resource, which was the Angular 2 calendar. So we open that up, and we're saying new window, and that opens it up on my other screen, but I'll drag it in here for us to all look at. And so he's got his calendar cell, and this is where okay, so here's a potential difference is in his cell he's got this binding propagation config. He's got these bind. And I don't do that. I have, so this is the table. Oh, no, okay, I have this here, yeah. Country, that's what he has. For each and if, path, PPC, binding propagation config from Angular 2 core. Okay, so what I'd like to do is find out where it's null. So I'm going to open the sources, and we're going to look at country table. Countries table. And I want to see if this is null. I don't think so. I think this piece is working as expected. Country, yeah. Country.name. Country.name. Okay, and it is being set. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's not the issue. The issue is the child component where our row I guess it's in our HTML for that particular component, which I don't see the HTML here. I was hoping to kind of see some of the HTML stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely hard to debug. Yeah, undefined. Okay, so I'm gonna just continue looking for differences, really. Um, so I think this part's working. So it's not our country's table that's the issue, it's our country's row. And what I find interesting is how the difference is in syntax highlighting between these two files. And I wonder if that, am I missing something somewhere? Component, template has URL and directives, export class, gave it a name, BPC is a property, constructor takes in the binding propagation config. Let me just confirm that that's spelled correctly. Yeah? Okay. And then, well, here's this. This is pure true. That's something that I don't have. And then he said, around here, he said, if this is pure, then the binding should be propagated. And then he calls an add cell. No, there's an add cell function. Now, what does that go to? Add cell. That's in the constructor, too. Calendar cell. Add cell this. Oh, from stores registry. Okay, so I'm looking in stores and registry, and he's just doing cells.push. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that's unrelated, and then status is searching options. There's really not much. Angular 2, Angular 2, Angular 2 core. Look back at the countries table. It loads in component for each template if from Angular 2, Angular 2, and countries row from his components folder, which I do as well. I wonder if like this is having trouble finding, like it's having trouble finding the file or something, and so it's not being loaded correctly. I don't know. Again, it's really hard to debug this stuff. In fact, I don't know if you can. Constructor, and yeah, that makes sense. And then class country. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this around. Name, code, capital, area, population, and continent for the moment. Oh, and then what that allows us to do is it'll greatly shorten this code so that all we have to do is this. Okay. Okay. Man, I just don't know how to proceed. Yeah, error. Abstract change detector, change detector 2, detect change in records, eval anonymous, unknown source, abstract change detector. Let me look at his template again, my template. So we have countries row.html, and it's just that. Like, there's not much to it. And his cell doesn't look too much different. Um, okay. Countries row, countries table, HTML. Let's look at that one. And look at his calendar, HTML. Say button if. No. Template for each country in countries. Countries row. Country equals country. The only other thing I can see is that his is a self-closing element where mine is not. That shouldn't matter. But, stranger things have been known to happen. Yeah, no difference. New country test name AA nothing 120. What is this low dash? Oh. No. That's not anything important. Let's look at the main. Nope, it's not there, it's here. Bind from Angular 2 DI. Bind change detection to value just in time to change detection. And he really doesn't have any other files in here. It's just those 3 files. Search all cells. What's very possible is that his version of Angular 2 is slightly different and or more up to date or something than my version of Angular 2. And so maybe I want to switch it out. It doesn't look any different, but I wonder if I know that the core team helped him out with getting this to work. And it is entirely possible that they put something in there that I don't have. That somehow allows this to work. So to be honest, I kind of want to swap out these node modules for the node modules that he has over here. I mean, I'm not really getting anywhere otherwise, just sitting here trying to make this work, so why not, right? So if I go to, yeah, in here and we find the Angular 2 calendar, node modules, and I'm basically just going to copy everything and copy it over. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go into my version here, and well, there's an what's up with that? Because there's an Angular 2 here, and then there's an Angular 2 here, which looks very different. I wonder if I use this instead. Let me see. Or am I already using it? So before I do that, let me just try this one last thing. Angular 2DI. Where is it? It's in the HTML here. Angular 2. And let me look at his. He has. Yeah, he's pulling from the node modules. And I'm not. I mean, that's very possible that that's what's going on. Is I'm using like a bad version of the library. So if I go here, I'm going to swap it out with basically what he has. Okay, and now we'll rerun it because why not, right? And same error, but I think it does look a little different. Okay, I'm gonna do this so that I can revert back, I guess, and I'm gonna throw out everything inside of this Angular 2 folder. And I'm going to replace it with the contents. Oh, I guess I gotta go re-grab it. The contents of his Angular 2 folder. Calendar, node modules, Angular 2. And so then I should be able to go here, here, here. Alright, and I just dumped all of that in here. Okay, so now I'm using the same version of the library he is. And now when I load it, I'm still getting cannot read property name of null. Okay. Lang ES6. Wait, where is this file? Angular 2 ES6 prod source facade. Okay. So no modules. Alright, so that's the file. Hmm. You know, is he... but I'm doing it too. Countries row. Oh, I really want to get this working. Okay, more differences. Look for more differences. So he's loading. Let me look at his stuff because he's loading a lot more than I am. I think. Countries HTML. He's got a whole bunch of script tags that pull in things, and I don't. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. So he's got all of this. Do I have all of those? I don't. I don't have tracer and I don't have ES6 module loader. Let me grab those then. And zone.js, I don't know, do I have that? So tracer. Okay, so back to here. We're in. I'm really tempted to just blow all this stuff away. And yeah, I mean, because I'm not really using it. Okay, so maybe I could pull in gulp again later if I need to. Or I could just not use the gulp stuff. Okay, let me do that. So I'm going to go into repos, Capitalia, known modules, and I'm going to remove Angular 2, RTTS, assert, system, and zone, I think. Let me open a new window and make sure that he has all. Well, I can do that over here too. He has Angular 2, system.js, RTTS, assert, and zone. Yeah, so it's safe to delete these because I've got other copies. So we will move to trash. And then I'll be able to pull in his versions of this stuff. So Angular 2 calendar, node modules. I'm just going to load everything and pull everything across. Okay, so that should all start resolving. These should now be valid paths. Then, yep, I do want to use... Oh, I don't know if I ever switched that. Huh. Okay. Refresh. And you can error right away. Error loading components countries table at app. Unexpected token @sign. Why? Aha. He has a chunk of code I don't have. And that looks like it's setting up tracer. Member variables, type assertions, types. Annotations. That and blah and that. Components. No errors yet. And back to cannot read name of null. No. Why? Why? What is going on? Oh no. Okay, man. So he has... Man. Export class countries table. Constructor. This countries equals empty array. This country's push new country. Let me put a breakpoint here. And we will load this. I want to confirm that that property is actually getting set. Length of 1. Countries table, push new country. Oh man. Countries table. Let me play with this again. I can't help feel like I'm overlooking something. I mean, what though? I've been over this file so many times. You would think that you'd be able to essentially copy someone else's code, change a couple things, and it would just work. But clearly, something I'm not doing. Countries row. And I don't know. Oh, wait. RTTS and assert is using an older version. Okay. Maybe? I don't know. So we'll do node modules. What else is he loading in there? Index. System import app. Then function module. He's loading in an actual file called app. I don't have a file called app. That's a clue. That is a clue. I don't have a file called app. I have a file called countries. Haha. Okay, I see kind of what's going on here. Okay. Services, app, components. I have components. Now, the other thing is he's not loading in the RTTS assert. Where I am. maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Return module main. Catch console error bind console. Let's take this hint. Uncomment for debugging. Let's just throw in a console log. Okay. The other thing that I see going on is that he loads all of this in his head as well. So we'll cut that out of there, and we'll paste it in here. Okay. And so now we refresh. Nothing much more we can do. Okay, so we now have more of a stack trace. Let's see, is there anything that can point us in any sort of direction? VM turn zone, system register, create inner zone. Man, countries, HTML line 30. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing anything different now. E6 module loader, tracer. Yeah, I don't know what else to do right now. Pretty stuck, to be honest with you. Pretty stuck. Okay. Well, Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to come back to this because it, or do some research or look some stuff up or find more examples or something. It's I've tried pretty much everything I can try, and I it's just not working yet. So, well, terribly sorry. This seems like a failed episode, but that's how it goes. All right. Well, I hope for much better luck next time, and as always, I will see you guys next time.